Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here with a review of the FY328 Alpha 328A. The 328 is a follow-on to the FY326. What they've done with this, it's another clone of the X5 or the X5C, but in keeping with being the X5C clone, they've actually included a camera with this quadcopter, as you can see here. It's a camera bird, a camera clone. Actually a real clone of the Syma X5C or X5C-1. I'm not sure if the parts are interchangeable yet. I'm going to have to take a look at that. Looking right now, it appears to be the exact same design as, or similar design to the FY326, which means the parts are probably not interchangeable with the X5C, but it should be interchangeable with the FY326. What I'm going to do first of all is do a flight test of the quadcopter's flight performance with this camera attached. We're just going to fly it around here at Satellite Lake. And following that, I brought extra batteries. It uses Syma X5C batteries again, so I got a lot of those. So we'll go into a follow-on flight with evaluating the camera on this quadcopter, showing its camera's performance. So one other thing I want to talk to is about the transmitter. This is the transmitter you get for it. Now what's cool about this is it's interchangeable between mode 1 and mode 2. And to change it to mode 2, you just tilt it and turn it around and it becomes a mode 2 transmitter. So, I'm sorry, mode 1 transmitter. But I like to fly in mode 2, which is this side, with the throttle on the left and the yaw on the left and the pitch and roll on the right. You flip it over and you got, I'm not sure if it's in mode 2. I got to check on that, but I think this is, I'm not even going to try it right now. It's confusing to me when I flip it over. But I'll look that up in the advertisement for this and confirm what the modes are. The other controls on this quadcopter, you got yaw trim, you got this is throttle trim, and this other one is yaw trim when you flip it over, or whatever feature it becomes on when you flip it over. And on the right side you have pitch and roll, and you also have roll trim and pitch trim. To take a photo, you press this button once quickly. If you want to take a video, you hold it down for 3 seconds. You switch from beginner to expert here by pressing once. It'll beep once for beginner, twice for expert. Now one other thing, this has been advertised as having headless mode. I don't think it has that feature. I have not been able to find headless mode, how to operate it on this quadcopter, so I think that's in error. This does not have headless mode that I've been able to find so far. I've pressed down on this button here, and this is how you flip it. You press down on the pitch roll stick, and that activates flip. But I have not been able to get it to go into headless mode, so I don't think this actually has headless mode. But I'll try. I'll hold this down for 3 seconds and see if that activates headless mode. Okay, let's plug in the battery. There is no on-off switch as with the FY326. To turn it on, you have to plug in the battery. And it has pretty lights like the FY326. So it is now on. Let's place it on the ground. Turning on the transmitter. Binding the transmitter. I'm going to stay in beginner's mode for now. So I just want to see how stable it is. And yes, it's a stable flyer like the FY326. Good learn to fly quadcopter. This does come with prop guards. I did not include the prop guards on this because I want to do a demonstration of its maneuverability today. But I just want to show you that yes, this is a nice stable flyer for a beginner to learn to fly with. Very stable. Now let's go into expert. There's the funnels in expert. There's the yaw rate in expert. Let's go upwind a bit. Full yaw. This is the yaw rate in expert. Let's go upwind a bit and try the range on this. And right about there is the range. Seems to be about about 70, 80 yards, or 70, 80 meters, similar to the X5C. Let's try it again. It has less range than the FY326. And I think it's because of that camera. As with the FY326, when you throw a camera onto it, it's not really shielded very well. I guess we could experiment with it by putting aluminum foil between the camera body and the quadcopters, because I think the RF interference from the camera is the reason why it loses range when you put a camera on these quadcopters. Again, there's the range again, right at about 80 meters. Okay, let's go and play with flips. How's the flipping ability on this? Pressing once. That's a nice flipper. Left flip. Right flip. Can we do flips while moving? Let's try it. Yeah, you can do loops. So that's cool. Let's get some movement. Flip button. So it has some acrobatic ability, even with the camera attached. About a barrel roll. Yeah. How do you do that? I'll show you. Get some movement. Press the flip button. Push left. And oh, too many flips. And then push forward after you do the flip. Get some movement again. Press the flip, push left, push forward, and keep it moving. Let's do that again. Get some movement. Press flip, push left, push forward, and keep it moving. So it'll do barrel rolls too. Press and flip, push left, push forward, keep it moving. So it is acrobatic, similar to its 326 clone, which it's a follow-on of the 326. They just threw a camera onto it. I don't know, I haven't checked the price of this, but I think it's a little bit pricey. Not like the 326 at all. Can do multi-flips too if you keep it. And that was the battery. That's the flight time. I didn't check to see if the lights were blinking, but there we go. That's the flight time you get. And there's power going to this camera. You could probably extend the flight time of this quadcopter if you unplug that battery if you don't need it, or unplug that camera if you don't need it, and remove the camera entirely if you really don't need it, if you want to fly it like a FY326. So, okay, I have a battery for this camera. Let me throw a battery in and we'll do a video flight with the quadcopter to look at its video capability. Hang on, I'll be right back. Let's go for a flight. So this is the camera on this quadcopter. I'm going to send it upwind a bit and then we'll go into hover. And let's go into hover right there. And this is the rotation with the quadcopter. With the camera on this. Again, the range on this with the camera is not anywhere near the range of the FY326. There's some RF interference that you'd have to account for. Going upwind. And coming to hover. Going back to rotating with this camera. Okay, I got to give it a little pitch here. I'm going into vortex ring state because I reduced the throttle at the same time as going into hover. I'm going to give it a little bit of throttle so you don't go into your downwash from the props. Forward pitch. Let's bring it down, and I want to make sure that that camera recorded. Hello there. Okay, I'm going to land here for a second. Okay, we're recording again. This time, let's do some high-speed passes while we're recording. Going to expert. Going for a flight. Going upwind. Turning around. And this is what it looks like in expert mode while you're flying this. You know, it's a lot of pitch down on it, just like the X5C. I wish these cameras, they would just level them off. I like leveled off cameras, but this flies great with this camera. I'm in hover now. Took it up high. Flying in expert mode with the quadcopter. Yeah, let's bring it down from up there. We're good, close to 100 meters up. A little too high for this quadcopter. I seem to get better range when I point this transmitter toward the ground. It might have something to do with the antenna on this transmitter, the way it's oriented inside the transmitter. I got it down in my lap here, pointing it somewhat downward. Let's see if it's true. Let's fly over to that pylon again. I'll keep it pointed downward and see if I can make it to the pylon. Yeah. We're close to it. Okay. I don't want to run this battery off and crash like I did before. I don't have a timer on here right now. But that's the camera on this thing. It's a good quadcopter. And we'll land it. So, this is Quadcopter 101 with the FY328a. Hope you enjoyed this flight. Signing out.